Just finishing off the sessions at the mill at Eardiston during my week's holiday here. I'm fishing here at the bottom of the garden swim. A couple of sessions on it. It's been raining on and off all week, so the river's come up a little bit. There's always a chance of a barbel here, but primarily the chubs seem to show, so we'll see how we get on. On this daytime session, I'm fishing with just the one rod, a piece of meat on a hair rig, size 8 hook, and a 1 ounce lead. There's something interested there. A few taps and rattles. Is it a small chub? We'll have a look. No, it doesn't feel like a chub, this.
Hurts an eel.
I suppose it's avoided the blank, but I don't like catching them. Really slimy, difficult to handle, usually deep hooked. Although this one looks lip hooked. So that's a bonus. Try and get it in the net. If you've ever caught one of these before, you know how difficult they are. They swim backwards, in and out. Always difficult to land. Well, finally managed to get it in. Let up some line. And have a look at unhooking it. Yeah, it's lip hooked. So we'll give it a go. Get the hook out. So after about a minute of messing around, finally managed to get the hook out. Oh, slipped out my hand. Oh dear. And straight back in the river and away. Look at all the slime up the line. Horrible. Yuck. Having caught that eel on a piece of meat, I've been getting quite a few little rattles, and there's another one. A few indications. Probably chub rattles. Nothing's really developing. Well, that's a better bite. And again, something very interested in it. Yeah, that's a decent take, and there's a fish on. Yeah, feels reasonable. It's not a barbel, but I reckon it's an average sized chub. Swimming upstream. Oh yeah, decent sized chub. If I can land this, it's a nice reward for persistence. To be honest, I wasn't really expecting any barbel during the day here, but I have caught them from this swim in the past during the day. Yeah, it's in the net. Rested up in the net for a minute. Let some line off. Make sure it's looking reasonably strong in the net. Once it looks like it's strong enough, I'll get it out and unhook it. Very lively in the net. Unhooked. Show it to the camera. Yeah. Around about £3 mark. Average for the team. Off it back in the river for a bit more of a rest before letting it swim out. Yeah, it's looking nice and strong. And it's swum out, and away it goes. I'm happy with that. So I've decided to give the daytime peg another go in the evening in the rising river. But this time I'm using 2 rods. The left hand rod I've got the meat on, and the right hand rod I've got 3 8mm robin red pellets. So first cast with the left hand rod, about 1/3 of the way across, down a little gully. The bait runner on, and set that. The right hand rod I'm going to launch about 2/3 of the way across, around about 45-degree angle. As you can see, it's quite windy, it's cool, there is rain forecast. Settle down, and hopefully the barbel will turn up this evening. Just going to bait up with the tempt micro robin red pellets and 3mm halibut pellets and some bits of meat. Just put a couple of 3 pouchfuls in every 15 minutes or so. And we'll recast the rods, the same sort of interlude. And hopefully some fish will turn up. Well, about half an hour later, oh, there's a fish. Well, there are fish in the swim. Fingers crossed, one takes the bait. And that's a C-130 Hercules. Flying by, very low. Just hope something comes up in the next few minutes. A couple of hours have passed now and hardly any activity on the rods, especially on the right hand rod with the robin red pellets on, so I've tackled that down. Just concentrate on the one with the meat on, left hand rod. Very few knocks and rattles, but the occasional one on the meat rod. And it's been a bit awkward climbing up and down the bank to do a proper cast, so just doing some sideways casts. I'm still hopeful something will come along. Just tighten it down and put the bait runner on. It's getting dark now, so we'll probably give it another half hour or so. Got to be patient. Oh, there's a bite. Wow. Yeah. Fish on. Feels like a decent fish, this one. No, it's not a barbel though. Feels like a decent chub. Pulling quite strongly against the current. River still rising, very slowly, but it's still rising. Quite a bit of colour in it now. At least it hasn't rained. The forecast said showers were likely, but I've been lucky with that. Get down to the riverbank and there's a, yeah, it's a decent chub. Speed of the current making it awkward getting it in towards the net. It's coming in steadily. Current forcing the net to one side. And difficulty getting the fish in the net. Nope, missed it. Is it in this time? No. Missed it again. I don't want to lose this. Bring it upstream a bit. Let it drop down into the net. Third time lucky perhaps? Go on, get in. Go on. Yeah. Third time lucky. Well, that wasn't the best attempt, but at least it's in the net. And that's the blank avoided. Just rested up for a minute or so. Just about ready to unhook. And show to the camera. And there it is. River Teme chub. 3.5 maybe. Certainly decent size. Quite pleased with that. Giving it a good rest now, and I'll climb up the bank. Show it to the camera a bit closer, get a better look. Better view. Fine River Teme chub on a piece of meat. Definitely £3 plus. I'll get it back in the river fairly quickly. Rest it up, let it swim away of its own accord when it's strong enough. Looks nice and strong in the net. Yeah, and swims away. Well, quite happy with that. One fish a session these days is not a bad return. Patience and persistence. 2 Ps. Hey, cheers for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed it too. So please keep an eye out for more videos in the coming months.